Hello and welcome to this, the 6th episode of Up the Gas. Today we've got a 2-game episode for you. Firstly against the team that we beat in the last live com episode, which is Carlisle. We've got them in the FA Cup second round. And then again another game against York, this time in the league. Both at home, which is good. As you can see, we are still unbeaten, which is just incredible. That we could realistically see the year out without having been defeated. But incredible. We managed to get a 6-0 win over Crawley, which was an incredible game. We only went in 1-0 up at half time. And then in the second half, Crawley just collapsed. We were really good, but their defence was shocking. Again, a load of crosses coming into the box and people just getting on the end of them and filling their boots. Even Andy Johnson got a couple, which is in itself a bloody miracle. Then we had a disappointing game against Stevenage. They were a similar position to Crawley, but with it only being 3 days afterwards, a lot of the players were unfit. Some were brought in so that others could get a rest, and we just weren't able to match the level of performance we had in the previous game. We got away with a 1-1 draw, which we did actually take the lead in, but then conceded pretty much straight away, which was really disappointing. They'd done nothing the entire game, and we finally got the goal, and then just let them straight back in. And then, best of all, even better than a 6-0 win, was that we got a 3-0 win against Exeter, who were at the time above us, and we have now leapfrogged them and Carlisle, and are now top of the table by 2 points. Even better, we've got a 4-point gap between us and 4th. So even if we lose a game, and Leyton Orient win, then we still have a point between us, so we will still be in the automatic promotion spots, which is good. It's great news. And even better than all of that, well, maybe not better than actual results, but we are getting players back. Even Spiegel is back from injury. How long he'll stay there, who knows? But Montagno is only a couple of weeks out, and Easter's only 3 days away. So they'll take a little while to get in, but we haven't got another game after this until the 12th, which is against York. So maybe Easter could be on the bench. That would be good. But in the meantime, we've got this chap, Nathan Blissett, who's come back from a loan spell. He's not a great player. I mean, he's a target man through and through. But yeah, I've not really played him. His ability is very low, but he's just there just in the meantime. I'll probably send him back out on loan or try and sell him in the January transfer window. Just free up some wages, maybe get a bit of extra cash. And then, Oken is back, which is good, even better. But he's not playing today because he's literally just come back. But this is the team that we're going with today. It's pretty much the first team. With the exception of Burge, who is still wanting first team action. I promised him first team action before, and I thought I'd given him a fair run. I mean, he'd come on as a substitute quite a bit, but he's not doing too badly for appearances. He's doing well, and he's playing. But I'm going to start him in this match. We're already overachieving in the cup, and he is playing well. I mean, he's got 7.3 after he's played 12 games, but only 4 of those have been starts. So he's not as if he's a bad player. And so Lines has dropped to the bench. Just give him a bit of a rest, and then the rest of it is fairly straightforward. Ellis Harrison got a hat-trick in the previous match, so he's kept his place in the side. And Matty Taylor, who's just come back from injury himself, now starts up front with him as well. He's probably going to get subbed maybe on sort of like 60th minute, but you know, get his match fitness back up, and hopefully he doesn't take a knock. It's a bit of a risk, but you know, it's the cup. You got to. If we get into the third round, we get drawn against a bigger side. That'd be great. So, start the match. Let's go through. Let me do my tic tacs. Yeah, it's been quite fun playing this. Like, I'm getting quite used to the lower level management stuff. I didn't think I would, but I mean, the fact that we're doing so well certainly helps. But if I tell them to... okay, that didn't go well. Oh well, right. Right, hang on a sec. Let me just... If you can hear a noise in the background, that's my washing machine. So let me just... Hang on. But yeah, so, right. 5th minute. Oof, that was a good chance. Who was that? Was that Clark? He got goal of the month at the end of November. Scored an absolute belter from about 40 yards out on the volley. Beautiful stuff. In fact, actually, all of my players got the awards for the month of November. I can't remember who scored. Harrison got Young Player. Clark got Goal of the Month, and Lockyer got Player of the Month, which is good. And we're 1-0 down. Damn it. Let's see what this was like. It says something about the near post. So was this a goalkeeping error? Let's have a look. I mean, he should have been picked up more. That's not good, and it's not good goalkeeping either. He had a tiny sliver of space to shoot at. He should have done more. And now it's up to us to actually get something. I mean, I do have options off the bench, which is something which actually makes a change. I mean, I can always bring Lyons or Johnson on. That's miles offside, but... See, that even that Burge has actually got a 7 already, and we've not really done anything. So he's a good player. But, yeah, I don't know what it is. We just... When he's got Lyons as competition and Cullen, who is our loan signing from... Oh, now we're 2-0 down. Well, it was a nice journey whilst it lasted. Oh, dear. I don't know what's going on with our marking. It's absolutely terrible. Just tons of space. Defence just all over the shop. And they're playing us off the park. Aggressive. Yeah. Absolute. This is the worst we've played all season. By far the worst we've played all season. We just don't look like making anything. I don't think we've had any highlights that are ours. And now, yeah, we're 2-0 down. 2-1. Okay. Matty Taylor there with another cross. Look, if we get in those positions, if we get down the channels and put the balls in, we can score. I mean, it just always seems to happen that way. I don't know what it is that... I don't know if Sports Interactive got something wrong with the metrics in there. You know, when they were making this game, but crosses just seem to be so overpowered this year. I'm not complaining, because I always like to play with wingers. So, from my point of view, it's working quite nicely, but... Thought that was in. That was going to be another one then. Right, let's see what we can do. Right. Mark McChrystal is having an absolute mare, so we'll take him off. And... I'm loath to take Burge off, even though he's tired, because he's playing well. Alright, this is going to be a bit of a risk, because it doesn't give me any real defensive cover. But, unless Burge... Yeah, there we go. It's a little bit better. Right, let's see if that makes a difference. I mean, Carlisle are just quite happy to knock the ball about and watch us chase after it. They know we've not got the fitness to keep chasing and chasing and chasing, and they know that we're the ones that have got to score. Harrison just played that out wide. And Bodin, I take it all back. Game is on. And we've got the advantage now. We've brought on arguably our best player, who's nice and fresh. And that has got to have knocked their confidence. Oh, if we could get through to the third round. I'd be so happy. If we get a replay, I will adjust the schedule for this. I will make sure that our replay is going to be a live com, because I'm sure the people that do watch this would like to see. It's just to see how it is that we do, and it'll be fun to give a bit of commentary on it. So let's just but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, because they're through, and that was a waste. And that is gutting. I don't think we've conceded from a free kick yet, and that, what a time to do it. The wall did absolutely nothing, didn't even try and jump, and now I don't know what to do. Right. Bring on Johnson for Harrison, because Harrison's had a poor game. I mean, by rights, I should be taking Ledbetter off, because he's been terrible. But we need to score. And if they had anybody in the centre of the box, then that would have been... And that's it. Game over. Game over. Frustrating. That's somebody they've just brought on, judging by his fitness. To have got ourselves into the game after being 2-0 down, and that could have been so easily 5. After being 2-0 down, to get back to 2-2, and then to just throw it away like that is disappointing. Maybe I should have tweaked the tactics a bit. Maybe gone more counter-attacking. But I thought with on the up we could get that goal. But no. And that's it. Game over. No chance for a third. They'll just clear it. Yeah, and that'd be it. Disappointing. Very disappointing. Yeah, not good enough. Not good enough. I mean, you can tell from my voice that this is the first time that I mean, we lost to Swindon, which was disappointing, but I didn't really mind too much. But yeah, to actually lose out to a team that we've done well against. I think, did we beat them in the last live com? I think we did, didn't we? Yeah, we beat them 4-3, and they got back into it. But yeah, to lose in that manner is really disappointing. Anyway, onwards and upwards, hopefully. So we got the next game is against York, and then we will go from there. hopefully with a slightly better performance. Right, so we're back for the game against York. This time I'm deciding to give Spiegel another shot in goal. He's back from injury, he's unfit, but, you know, he might stub his toe or trip over and break his neck or do a number of things that would give him an injury, but I'm kind of confident enough that if anything does happen to him, that we've got a competent player on the bench in Ben Wilson who can come in and do a job now. We're not relying on Pudi and Middenhall. So I'm risking it, but I'm hoping it will be a risk that pays off. And now we're bringing Oken back into the starting lineup after he's come back from injury. Not a lot in terms of width or wide options on the bench because what was his name? Broom has gone injured as well. Well, he's got the flu. He's got the sniffles, bless him. So we haven't really got anybody else. Everybody else is kind of just coming back. Clark is going to be back in 3 days, so he should be on the bench for the next game, and so will Montagno maybe. So that gives us some options again going forward, and hopefully we just don't get any recurrence of those injuries, especially Montagno, who's been out for so long. But if he can come back and can find that form he had at the start of the season, then great, because we've been really left short with wide options. So enough of that. Get into the game and hopefully get back to winning ways against York. That'd be nice. The board were fine with the defeat against Carlisle. I think they were just happy to have an extra game of cup revenue, to be honest, because the club's in quite a bit of debt. We seem to be doing okay financially month to month, but the projections long term aren't good. So I'm hoping that if we can get a cup run, well, not this season now, but maybe next. And yeah, hopefully that will give us something. But we've got the kickoff, and the good thing with having found that crosses seem to be so good, I think Oken's quite good in the air, and that was close. So if he can get his head on to... He also loves a shot from range as well. Heading. Oh, his heading's actually not very good. And there we go. This kid, I've never heard of him, but he's going to go down as a club legend for me, because you play him and he scores, and he was free, and he's young. So I think he's got a fair whack of potential. So maybe if we do go up, then that's somebody that we can keep for a couple of years, and if we go down as well, because we've plucked him from obscurity, and hopefully he just doesn't get ideas, you know, that makes him think, well, I can get into the championship side easily, and make him want to move. That'd be excellent. Oh, I like this kid. He's good. Very good. Bit like our defending there. Getting the ball away very nicely. And that was not so good. That was that's closer to being a throw-in. Deary me. But yeah, it's been a fairly uneventful game. I mean, with the exception of the goal and that one, it's not really done much. Oh, they've got a player that went off injured. I mean, that was Park's missed header that did that. I mean, Roberts was in a ton of space once that ball went past. And now it's worrying because they've had the best load of possession. They've had more shots. It's all going Pete Tong. And that was another terrible shot by Bodin. I mean, I should probably put him on shooting practice because he's getting into positions. I mean, he was offside there, but I am not pleased with what I've seen. With the exception of Oken and Lines, who is again playing well. But our defence has been terrible. Some good hold-up play by Oken there. It's good to have him back in the side. I'm going to go on about him, but he's such a good signing that I think I'm justified, considering he was a bit of a panic buy as well. Go on, Gosling again with another cross. That was slightly better from Bodin, but not by much. Ledbetter's coming off because he's booked, he's knackered, and he's playing like shit. So he can come off for Clark. There we go. We've got a lot of Clarks in this side. It can be a bit confusing. But and they're going to score again. I'm too pessimistic. Bodin with a chance there, but doesn't do anything. Oh. I don't know why I'm so disappointed. I mean, York aren't terrible. We're still top of the table at the moment on goal difference, admittedly, but still. Let's bring Burge on. He can play as a deep-lying playmaker. And Bodin can come off because he's playing terribly. But, oh yeah, I've got nobody who can play in his position. Right. Gosling can kind of do it. So he'll have to do... Is Gosling better back there? Yeah. And then Harrison can play there. And Matty Taylor can come on there. Oken can push up. Yeah. Right. Higgledy-piggledy. But let's put him as an inside forward. There we go. Still, mix it up a bit. Maybe it will catch York off guard. Why didn't he square that to Harrison? Maybe he was offside. I don't know. Goes by so quick on these things. It's hard to tell sometimes. Oh, I thought that was going to be it. I thought that was going to be our undefeated record gone. I kind of I don't want to lose it now. Now that I've had it for so long, I don't want it to go anywhere. It's, you know, yes, obviously you don't want to. You want to go as long as you can without being defeated, but Oken with some great hold-up play there. He's a. Am I developing a man crush on a guy I don't even know what he looks like? He might be fictional for all I know. And that is what we're talking about. Lovely cross. Again, another cross. And Matty Taylor there with a lovely finish. I don't know what it is. Ooh. I thought that was going to be an equaliser. Oh, that would have been a... Oh, that would have been a kick in the teeth. Yeah, I think this would be a good win because coming from a defeat, it's good to get back to winning ways. Most definitely. Especially at home. It was a let-off. I'll have to step it up against better players. Taylor and Harrison aren't best pleased, but... No, that doesn't help. He just seems confused now. Oh well. You can't win them all. So there we go. 21 games played, 13 won, 8 drawn. That's a goal difference of plus 30. And we are comfortably the highest scoring team in the league. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you do it. Very, very pleased. And now we've got a bit of a rest until we play Dagenham and Redbridge. Look at that. Oh, 21 games unbeaten. Beautiful stuff. Anyway, that ends another episode of Up the Gas. Our next game will be against, that you'll see, will be 2 matches, 2 away games this time against Barnet and Oxford. That should see the start of the January transfer window opening. And hopefully, I don't know how it works in lower leagues, but maybe I'll be able to sign some players for next season on freeze. But I don't know if you can do that yet. We'll see. Anyway, thank you again for watching. As per usual, like, comment and subscribe if you want to feel like doing any of those. And if you want to hear more from me, then you can always follow me on Twitter at JaceCurtis. Thank you very much and goodbye. Cheers.